Jackson County Today. Hot topics, relevant stories, and news developments that affect our community.
Oregon residents are all too familiar with the dangers of fire season. Wildfire prevention and suppression is a huge task that requires careful planning every year and collaboration between a variety of local, state, and federal agencies. At a recent Jackson County Board of Commissioners staff meeting, representatives from the Oregon Department of Forestry, BLM, U.S. Forest Service, and others presented their plans, strategies, and resources for dealing with this year's upcoming fire season.
You may have heard that the Forest Service is undergoing a reorganization. That's not impacting us as far as fire season goes. Accelerate initial attack and use a full suppression strategy in coordination with our interagency partners across all land jurisdiction to suppress fires early. Expand hazardous fuels treatments using both mechanical means and prescribed fire to reduce landscape vulnerabilities where conditions allow. Enhance coordination with federal, tribal, state, and local partners to ensure rapid and unified response, and maintain workforce readiness through targeted training, preposition of resources, and operational integration guided by our framework.
The number one focus has been to make sure that we have continuity of operations. And so, for example, much of the funding is still tied together. So we are literally working still side by side. And have been just very focused on making sure there's very clear understanding as we go into the season and understand the reporting authority.
Within the Department of Interior, they were so tight. It was Park Service, Fish Wildlife Service, BLM, Bureau of Indian Affairs. This is a force multiplier. To pull the department, Office of Wildland Fire Service, we have a chief. Mike McCann is still, for your purposes, a point of contact, but that's exactly right, is it's initial attack, suppression. Mike in his capacity is going to continue to be directly coordinated with all of our local groups, and certainly initial attack and suppression. Again, it's more of an integrated force multiplier to mobilize all the forces under department, Office of Wildland Fire Service to be more unified, aggressive in our initial attack.
The most important thing to this group and a promise that we make to you is that business will be done as usual. The coordination and the collaboration amongst ourselves internally within the interior and with our partners will be unchanged.
Just to give you an idea on a midsummer response, it would include, up to 5 to 6 engines, 2 or 3 20-person crews, dozers, water tenders. It would include a fixed wing air attack platform for aerial supervision, a Type 1 helicopter, and a Type 2 helicopter.
We are continuing to analyze, how we're going to interact with the BLM and the Forest Service as those changes come online. Think ahead, plan ahead, be ahead is the expectation I have of my staff. We're going to continue to aggressively respond with the resources we have as quickly and efficiently as possible. And to do that, we have approximately 60 year-round staff members, 35 at Medford headquarters here in Jackson County, 25 additional in Grants Pass. On top of that, across the district, we have 150 seasonal staff, including entry-level, experienced firefighters, dispatch. We have our detection program here in Medford, which last year, 56 initial detections and 125 secondary confirmations of our 311 total fires. So that detection center is working hard to make sure that we have immediate detection and we follow up with ground and air resources for an immediate response. 4 helicopters are Type 1, Type 2, and Type 3 in Medford, and we're continuing to effort movement towards getting that night vision flying program with that Type 1 helicopter to be able to do water dropping at night. So no change to ODF in terms of what we're going to do, how we're going to do it, and who we're going to do it with.
For our local fire districts, rural agencies, once again this summer, they received staffing grants from the Office of State Fire Marshals. It's a big benefit to those small communities that couldn't otherwise afford seasonal firefighters. Most have completed their summer recruitment and will have personnel coming on early June. We did sign an agreement with North Siskiyou, CAL FIRE to mobilize resources up into the Colstein as mutual aid or automatic aid with Fire District 5 and the larger response here. They'll come out of the Hornbrook station. And larger implementation at Tablet Command. And having the EMs on board with that, we're going to be able to transmit real-time information just on the coordination, but all the resources within the region much more fluidly than we did before.
Going into this fire season, I feel good. I feel that we've prepared and maybe are the most prepared we have ever been. Just, every year we learn and we continue to build on that. But hopefully we won't have to send any evacuations or alerts, but we're prepared.
We also been heavily investing in training and exercise. So we do monthly exercises when it comes to the EOC staff, but also have been linking with our city partners to make sure that everyone's up to speed with that process as well. A lot of our tabletop exercises have included fires that have started in city limits and then moved to county. So that way we can coordinate that communication as well. So since last fire season, my team has been really aggressively working to secure additional resources to store locally, since we do know it's going to be a pretty busy fire season at the state side, and then also paying attention to the changes at FEMA. So we're monitoring what potential impacts could be.
I will just say, it's a stellar coordinated approach you all have, and I'm so grateful for it. And I think our citizens have reaped the benefits of your success in fighting our fires coordinated.
I appreciate the coordinated effort, the aggressive initial attack. I appreciate that a lot. But that's the response. I believe that it's also very important that we all take into account the preparation before with your staff, as well as the preparation with the forest. At some point, we need to ensure that we're maintaining the forest and managing the forest so that the forests aren't primed for those large fires.
When we talk about how prepared we are, how united we are, how we have, all of our ducks in a row as much as we possibly can. We can't prevent every fire. We can't, be perfect every year, but I think we're preparing ourselves to be as good as we possibly can.